My name is Janet Maro. I'm the Director of Sustainable Agriculture Tanzania, a non-government organization based in Morogoro. Sustainable Agriculture Tanzania was established in June 2011 after the successful work of Bustani ya Tushikamane project, which had started in 2009. With Bustani ya Tushikamane and Sustainable Agriculture Tanzania, we work with small-scale farmers around Morogoro, and at the Farmer Training Center we are able to host farmers from different parts of the country and even outside the borders of Tanzania. The Farmer Training Center is based here in Morogoro at Vianzi on 180 acres of land, and it has the capacity to host up to 600 farmers a year. And on a weekly basis, where we have different courses that we offer throughout the year. The courses range from organic agriculture to animal keeping, beekeeping, and all the courses are taught on principles which ensure that conservation of the soil, environmental friendly technologies are trained to the farmers, and that farmers are able to understand and appreciate the use of different plants for controlling pests and diseases, as well as for producing fertilizer for fertilizing their crops. And my motivation to start up Sustainable Agriculture Tanzania and to work for Bustani ya Tushikamane came due to my experience growing up in my mother's farm in Kilimanjaro, where she had a very nice ecological, sustainable farm. Throughout the year, there was always food in this small farm, and it looks very beautiful to date. And for me, it was always an inspiration to have more lands in this country be as ecological and as productive as my mother's farm. And when I was studying here in Morogoro, I was always surprised at how good the area was, but how bad that nobody was really using it in a productive way, in a sustainable way. So for me, it always struck me that if the current practices, which were not sustainable by that time, if they kept on, then the probability of having food for future generations was going to be put at a risk. So it was always encouraging it was and is still very encouraging to disseminate the knowledge for sustainable production and to encourage people to use methods which are friendly for the environment and be able to feed themselves, to feed their families, have a surplus to sell, but at the same time ensure that the land and the available resources are maintained, that future generations are able to have similar opportunities like the current population. And the third Farmer Training Center is sustainable, it's self-sufficient, and with the current different technologies we have here on about 40 acres of land are all ecological, and the different plants give a breathtaking look for people who visit the training center.